What's going on, everybody? Doc here, After Gamer Guys, back again. Last Day on Earth action, and we're kicking off. Leprechaun's luck is here, and I have a feeling we're using some caps. So this is first look. We're gonna jump in. Let's figure out what this is all about and what we got going on. We'll take a look at this. We'll probably be heading over to the gas station. We'll jump into the store, get some tips and tricks, hopefully, and we'll chat about picking up this Wheel of Chance. Now that we have a full look here at the Leprechaun's luck, maybe a little underwhelming in terms of rewards. Obviously, I think the Wheel of Chance is going to be the best top-end reward that we have a chance for, which is pretty cool. The rest of the stuff is pretty underwhelming, to be honest with you. I am happy to see a Husky puppy and a Corgi puppy, although these are pretty... Especially the Corgi puppy is a pretty top-end reward. It is a level 3, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I hope... I really do have a feeling that we're going to need caps here and probably work very similar. It should also be noted, I did a video yesterday, and the other slot machine-related event is now gone, interestingly enough, which I'm not surprised by. I'm honestly not surprised by. I was kind of surprised that they were going to have another one here. So, all right, let's jump in and let's head home and see what we have to say. I have a feeling we're going to be tracking Greedy down here. Talk to Jolier. Jolier? Where are you at? There he is. The doggos are hanging out. Let's chat with him. Rainbow's looking quite magnificent today, isn't it? I haven't seen it. Oh, I'll look up into the sky, I guess. And we're going to head to the rainbow location. All right. If this is very much like it was the last time, we're going to have to shoot this son of a bee. So let's bring some guns to do that. All right. Here's our rainbow location. We do see the caps here. So let's head over. Knock this out, head to the rainbow location. Now, I have a ton of caps saved up. So if this ends up being the case, we'll be able to hopefully grab some rewards and let you know kind of how we're doing it. Find rainbow traces. Okay. There he is. Kill Greedy. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Hey, 237 caps isn't bad. That's not bad. That's pretty decent, actually. All right, so we killed Greedy. I will. My first and most valuable tip for killing Greedy is just bring a weapon that can stun him if you have the mods for it. It probably goes without saying, like you saw me kill him, but. I don't know, in case that wasn't clear. Talk to our jolly man. Where is he? Thought I might go gray by the time you turn up. That was like 4 minutes. Got loads of caps, put them in the slot machine. My luck will be on your side. Play slot machine for 100. Now I have a lot of caps. I've been saving up for this. I have a lot of caps. Let's do a 50 spin. Oh, he just wants me to spend 100 caps. Okay, that didn't do anything for me. How's your luck today? I've got something else here. You've been waiting for a rainbow for a while now, huh? I can return it. Got it. Okay, so this is almost exactly, like literally exactly what it was this last year. Turn the rainbow, we'll find Greedy, we'll get caps from killing Greedy, we'll spin it for the clovers, and you try to get enough to get it. This beer increases the number of caps you get for killing Greedy. The effect lasts throughout the entire event. For $5, you also do get the hat. What else do we got here? Let's take a look at the shop really quick. So this is just gonna, it looks like bounce around. I'm curious. I'm gonna auto this location and see what happens. Okay, nothing, apparently. Maybe if I auto it with rations. Nothing. All right, so that does not have anything to do with greedy. That's a little test for you. So don't, you can't use it that way, which, okay, it's fine. You gotta actually kill the guy. We'll see if we end up getting 230 to 250-ish. I do want to see what else is in the shop here really quick. So we have the Patrick's Luck Pack, which again increases the greedy caps. And that's it. That's it for the event, interestingly enough. Okay. Stun him. Shoot him. He will get stunned. Okay, and then we have a 2-hour reset and 234 caps. Okay, so it seems to be in that range of 200. I actually had, let me see. DesQ in our Discord did post. So he ended up picking up the boost. He got 314 caps. Increases the number of caps for the slot machine from greedy. So he did pick up the boost, and he's showing at least one of his kills getting 314. So I'll let you decide, obviously, if that's worth it for you or not. If all things are the same, and you get the same type of Clover rewards, then my guess here is that you're going to need a pretty sizable amount to get to the end. To get the new slot machine thingy, you're gonna need a handful of caps. A big handful. Let's chat about the best places to grab some if you're close, okay? What I don't like is that we literally just had this event, and now there's 2 good top-end slot machine related rewards, right? This is going to be a thing that you can spin daily to grab. It's pretty cool. It's got some good rewards. This one, I will say this one is better than the slot machine. And I can say that without having it, because all the slot machine does is give you, 20 to 40 caps per day, which isn't nothing. That stacks up, but it takes you a while to earn those rewards. This has the chance of giving you puppies and genomes and some other cool rewards, which is way more valuable. Okay, like hands down. So if you have the opportunity to get this, if you've been saving caps, this is where I would go. I would try to get this. I don't know if this will run back through, or maybe they'll throw it into the rotation. I have no idea. I don't even want to speculate. If they do that, that would be pretty cool going forward, right? To throw this into the reward, maybe one season slot machine, then the next season, then this. If you get one of the other ones, then the other one pops up, and then if you have both, then you get the brick room, which is pretty cool. I do like the brick room as a reward. But you're gonna need a lot of caps. You're gonna need a lot of caps, and it looks like you're probably getting these resets a few times a day. So you have a chance. We got what, 10 days for this? You got 11 days to this to grind some caps. So that's not bad. Let's talk about your best places to get caps. If you have the capability, hands down, the biggest volume of caps you can get is at Port Lab. Port Lab, as a location, if you can unlock every locker, which I know is not easy, but if you can unlock every locker, you get a very, very hefty sum of caps there. It's pretty sizable. That is your best spot. Bunker Alpha is not bad. You should also be hitting all of your free drops. So those can have caps in them. Not a large volume of them, but it can help you to stack some up. Don't forget about Farm. Farm's not a bad location to be able to grab some. That's really my best rewards, probably. Lots of folks. I'm pretty sure like I think Bunker Bravo, and I think you can get some from Blackport PD, but lots of folks have probably queued up Blackport PD in some of those crates. So do consider that. But again, your best volume is going to Port Lab, opening up every crate. If you can do that, or even you can open like the normal mode ones, you're going to be able to get a decent amount of caps from those, and it's pretty good. So let's take a look here. It's 80 coins to reset the rainbow. I'm going to do this because I have the coinage. We'll do this one more time. Let's go grab a little bit more caps. And then I guess I'm spinning them here. And we'll see what we grab. Where does this move around? Yeah, it jumps around to all the different spots. If this works like it did the last time and you can get it every... I want to say it was like a 2-hour reset. I think you got like 2 2-hour resets and then a longer reset. You might be able to get 3 per day. I'd have to see. I don't know. Time will tell on this. Couple hundred caps per day. If you could get 3 kills per day, you know, you're talking 750-ish caps per day for 10 days is not a small amount. But this event takes a lot of due diligence to make sure that you can get it. And you gotta be hitting your reset times. Let's see, drop the same amount of caps. Nope. Yep. 234. That's what it looks like. So that's pretty consistent, which is good. Like that's a good chunk of caps. Don't get me wrong. That is a really good chunk of caps. If you're seeking for a high-end reward, I would tell you, and you don't think you can get it, I'll share with you, it's in the range of 15,000 to 16,000 caps typically to get your end reward. Now you have to get a little bit lucky, but like consistently, that is typically what it takes to get your 7,500 clovers. I'll test that again here because I am going to push to get this. But if you're not anywhere close to that, just use this event to gather up the caps. You can still fight for the, you know, in the next iteration of that. And it might even be more, you know what, now that I'm saying that, it might even be more than that. We might be in the upper 18K-ish range. I'll test it. But you need a good volume of caps. You need a good volume of caps here. Let me test it. Let me run them. I've done this experiment. I've done this a handful of times. Running it at 50 spins, running it at 10 spins. I personally didn't see a huge variation. 10 spins did seem to be better. It generally did seem to be a little bit better. Yeah, we got another 2 hours, so maybe we get a few more resets here, but I don't know if my resets are impacted because I paid for it. So I don't want to jump to that conclusion. So in the comments below, by the time this video goes up, we'll have some more data. So feel free, if you are playing the event, to throw down below what you're seeing in terms of the total number of resets. I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but I would guess that you could get probably two or three resets of this. Obviously the first day is going to be a little bit different since he queues you up for one right away, but typically it was like you get one to reset for the day, wait 2 hours, then wait a few more hours, and then you have a longer reset, and that was like it. At least that's how it worked in the past. And again, people are going to ask, which one should you do? Should you do 50, or should you bet 10, or should you do something in between? In terms of total cap usage, I did not see, when I've tested this the other times for the other rewards, I didn't see a major difference, right? So you can spend 50. I want to say, like, I think I did slightly better in terms of total cap use on 10 bets, but it takes much longer, right? You get a increased amount of clovers for the rewards betting 50, but obviously you're going to run through your caps. So if you have a large amount of caps saved up for this, which hopefully you do, because that's about the only way that you're going to get these top end rewards, unless of course you buy them, and whatever the case, if you want to do that, certainly that's on you. If you buy the bonus and you're getting like 315, you're going to do a little bit better. I would have expected to be like double, but it doesn't appear to be, which is a little unfortunate. So I don't know that I would recommend purchasing that unless you want to support the game, if that's your choice. But I'm going to start doing some spins. I have, we'll call it 34,000 caps, and we'll see what it takes to get there. I'm probably going to run 50 spins just to hopefully work through that. But let's get this going. So again, 20 clovers, you get your caps back. Again, I would have gotten a significantly less amount there. This will just help me get clovers faster by doing smaller spins. If you have less, you have less. If you're close to like that, I don't know, 18-ish K mark, it's probably in your best interest to do 10 spins. But, all right. I'm going to spin them up, and we'll try to grab the reward, see what we get. Okay, quick pause here. I am right almost at 10,000 caps reduction. I got to say this carefully. I've spent 10,000 caps from our initial amount, just a slight bit over. Now, I've spent way more caps than that because of the rewards I've hit, but I'm 10,000 caps in. I want to see where we're at. And right now, doing 50 spins, I've hit 15 jackpots. Now, I've always unfortunately complained about this event for the fact that when you hit a jackpot, you don't get any clovers. I think that's like a big misstep here. If you are hunting for ATV transmissions, it's not a great way to get some, but hopefully you can get lucky enough to maybe grab a few, especially if you're trying to go all the way, get the top end reward. But I want to see where I'm at with 10,000. I want to see where I'm at with 10,000 caps spent from my initial, right? It's more spins than that. But that's where we're at here. And I am at 49.45. So I'm right just under 10,000 caps for 5,000 points, which again, it's going to ebb and flow a little bit. 15 to 17,000, 18,000 is probably where you need to be. Now, I feel like I've been running pretty good. And again, that's from total amount, not including the times where we get caps back and we keep spending. Okay, I want to be really clear on that, because as you go to spend that volume, you're going to get hits. You're going to get hits quite a bit. I do feel like if you are hunting ATV transmissions, you probably want to be spending the 10. You're going to have more chances, more spins to get jackpots. Although I do feel like at 50s, I hit a lot more actual rewards outside of jackpots. So if you're hunting jackpots and trying to get the base reward, probably go to spend 10 on your spins. If you don't care about that and you just want the top end reward, 50s feel fine. Like you get an equivalent amount of caps and clovers for upping your bet times 5. So the math there generally works out okay. But that's how I'm running it. And again, I've done this experiment both sides and not seen a major difference for either to get to the end. But about 10,000 caps in, we'll update here. I'll keep track. I'll get to 15K spent, again, outside of what we earn along the way, and see where we land at. And it's trending like we're going to be pretty close to that at this point. So we'll keep spinning. All right, ironically enough, we're like right at 5,000 additional spent. Okay, so or just again, maybe just a slight bit under. I just hit another jackpot at 15,000 caps spent. I'm at 25 jackpots, which is pretty crazy, actually. Pretty good volume. And let's see, we're not quite there yet. We are 1,100 or 1,000 clovers off from hitting the top reward. So again, 17-ish K it's probably going to take. I'll follow this pretty closely here, and we'll see as close as we can to the wire that it takes us to get this and grab this reward. So one more check-in when we get it finished. Okay, we just hit it. We actually got a pretty big hit on our last one. I think we got like 100 on the last one. We got double. I accidentally spun one extra time, but I'm sitting at 15,089, which means it took me, like 18,000-ish, because we were at just under 34 to get there, and we hit the top end reward here, and we hit it by an additional 75. Again, the last hit, I spun one additional time on accident to stop it because I was on auto spin, and that's what we hit. Let me just double check my math. Yeah, so about 19,000 caps to be in the safe range to be able to pick this up. Now, again, you can try with 10 spins. I did all 50 spins. We ended up getting this complete. We will take this. You can also reset this, interestingly enough, if you want. And I'm curious to see what happens with this. So I'm just going to do that. Yeah, so it swaps over to the brick room if you want to keep spending your caps. But I would say that's where you need to be safe. If you're in that 18,000 range or close to it, you're going to be in pretty good shape, I would say, to be able to get this. So let me run back to the base. We'll drop it down. We'll test it out. We'll see how it is, see how it looks, all that kind of stuff. Again, there's going to be folks that probably argue back and forth for 10 spins or 50 spins. I've had the chance to do this multiple times now with both. If you're trying to hit jackpots and maybe grab ATV transmissions, or you're really tight on caps, I'd probably recommend 10 spins. If you have a bunch and you're close and you have maybe 18 or 19,000 caps already saved up, you're probably safe to do 50 spins. You've got 10 days to grab some additional caps, like I said, at Port Lab, Bunker Alpha, Blackport PD, your airdrop events, all that kind of stuff. Farm, you can go, like, you should be able to get the last of what you little bit need without hopefully spending any money or anything. If you don't have that volume of caps, my strongest recommendation is just use this event to save up, right? If the slot machine or this prize matters to you and you want to hit a top end reward, use this opportunity, grab your caps. Even if you only get 3 resets per day, you're still talking 750 caps per day times 10 or 11 days. If you miss one, that's 7,500 caps. That's not a small amount. You can do that. If you are going to seek this event and you're close, I would tell you to wait until it's almost over. And the reason I say that is you can stack up the caps, drop them into your machine, you can see where you're at. It took me, I don't know, 20 minutes or so to spin it at 50 spins to get to the point where we got it complete. So it doesn't take you a lot of time. So maybe play the event like that. That'd be my recommendation for you. And we'll see. We'll check in and see how this reward is. I realized after I went to go and run to my base, I didn't luckily leave yet. So about 19,000 caps. I ended up getting 10, 20, 29 jackpots off of 50 spins. And this was the set of rewards that we got out of all of that. So the cool part about this is, while again, I'm not the biggest fan of the event, and I think there's some adjustment that needs to happen, if you are hitting jackpots, you can stack yourself up some pretty cool rewards, to be honest with you. I'm not disappointed by this. I don't really particularly need the armor, but when you think about top-end weapons and the opportunity, if you're still seeking your ATV transmissions, hopefully you can grab at least a couple, like through the course of this. They're really hard to get, but hopefully you can grab 1 or 2 if you're making it to the top end. That part's pretty neat. Folks will say like fuel briquettes and like lenses and maybe some of these like aluminum plates are not great. I agree with you, but I'm not disappointed with this amount of weapons. If I'm close to this, I will be testing this on my free-to-play as well. If I'm close to the amount of caps, I'll probably run it as well to try to get this reward, so I can tune back in or update you once I'm able to do that. Maybe do another video as well. I don't think I have quite. I think I'm like maybe like 10 or 11K on that account. I would have to see. I haven't really been cap farming as much maybe as I should have. So, but this is pretty cool. So I did want to showcase that really quick. All right, now back over to the base. We'll showcase the reward. All right, we grab the Wheel of Chance here, and let's throw this down. It's in the seasonal rewards. There she is at the very end. Looks like it's a single slot, which is good. I'll have to rearrange some things here because I'm gonna want to put this. I don't want to put this in a spot. Maybe I put it like right here. I don't know. Or I don't know what I'll do. Got to reorganize this little corner, I guess. But let's prop it down here. I will say it looks pretty dang cool. So the potential rewards on here are charcoal, fuel briquette, corgi puppy, medkits, genomes, turkeys, and a katana. And it looks like there's an empty you don't get anything slot either. So the way that this currently works with the carrot dispenser and with the cap machine is it resets now on the daily reset. It didn't used to be that way. It used to be 24 hours. They're now every day on the daily reset, which I do think is a good way to do it. I have an anticipation that this will work the same. I won't be able to test this, obviously, because I'm going to just upload this video, but I have an expectation that this will work the same. So we'll come here. Oh, that's really cool. The shift to the top-down look is really neat. All right, let's give this a spin here. Oh, you can strike out. You can strike out. All right, so prize sent to inventory, we got charcoal here. And, not that inventory, I guess. Ah, 1 charcoal. Listen, over time, this is going to probably pay for itself, right? You've already received a reward for the day. Over time, just like the carrot dispenser, just like the cat machine, this will pay for itself. It is really cool. It's a neat base reward item. I would say, and some people are going to probably get upset, that this is like filtered into that. Just save your caps. That's all I can tell you. I have a feeling that this either comes back or it gets put into the regular rotation. We won't know that. This is just an assumption, but the cat machine did, right? And so there's a good chance if you don't get it now, take the opportunity, save up your caps. If this is worth it to you, that's cool. If you really like the cosmetics, I personally do like base cosmetics more than I like a lot of other things. You know, cosmetics for your character personally. So I like this as like a base decoration. The fact that you do get something daily from it, or potentially could get something daily from it, is pretty cool. Happenstance, if I spun this every single day, and even if I just got a handful of genome rewards or puppies, that'd be pretty cool. I think charcoal is neat, and fuel briquettes are cool. I don't like the fact that I just got 1 charcoal. Like, I wish this was like a stack of 10 or 20. Fuel briquettes, like 5. Turkeys could be like 5. Obviously, getting a single katana or corgi or some genomes or whatever, like, this isn't going to be 1 genome. That would just be silly. So hopefully this is some multiplication of that. I don't know how many med kits we'll get. So it's up to you to determine if this is worth it for you. If you're not a fan of this event, I don't blame you. Killing greedy, getting a bunch of caps is cool. Not a really hard event, right? This isn't going to really impact, I don't think, your day-to-day progress. But you just need to log in a few times and chase the rainbow, kill them. Hopefully, again, you've saved up some caps and you're able to get there. I'd say confidently. Again, it's going to range. Everybody's going to range differently. I did have my dogs going, in case you saw that. I had my dogs going. Any of the buffs that you could get. To be safe, you got to be in that range. You got to be 17 to 20k. I feel pretty confident that you could get it there with that amount of caps. If you don't have it and you try to go for it, good luck. I don't think you're going to beat the odds. But maybe you do. Maybe you do. Spins of 10, probably, again, where you want to be. If you're on the lower side for caps and you're also trying to hunt ATV transmissions, if you have the caps already, you can do it with 50s. Maybe save yourself a little bit, to be honest with you. Like I said, I've done this now multiple times, and there does seem to be a little bit of variance, but it's not crazy in terms of total spend. So hopefully this video is helpful for you. And yeah, we got another event in the books. We got other more exciting stuff coming up. I hope. I think. I anticipate. So yeah, we'll see what comes up. Should be an Easter event here, next month probably. And we got some other stuff to look forward to. You do have VIP Marathon going on right now. If you are spending any money, which I wouldn't recommend, unless you want to, there's a good chance to get some extra bonus, a little bit of rewards. The one thing I think is really cool is there's a Saint Bernard, level 3 Saint Bernard puppy here. But that's a lot of spend. So, yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Let me know what you think. hopefully you can go out, get some caps. Hopefully you can get some rewards. Good luck if you can get the Wheel of Chance. It is pretty cool in terms of a cosmetic, I think, for the base. And daily stuff is always pretty neat. Other than that, grind those caps. If you're looking for some additional tips and you have anywhere else that you feel you get a lot of caps, feel free to throw those down below. Other than that, good luck with the event. You got 10, 11 days. Knock it out and gain what you can. So good luck. Thanks for watching. Gonna flash some socials, like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube thing for me. Really appreciate the support. On the way to 10K, we have continued updates with our free-to-play. We will jump into an episode of free-to-play based around this. We'll spend some caps. We'll see what we can get. I don't know if I'll do this, though, because, again, if I can't get the top-end reward, I'm not going to spend them. I'd rather have a chance at, like, the caps machine or something, or maybe this in a future month's iteration of that event. So we'll see what that looks like, but I think I might be close. We'll be hunting greedy a little bit. And, yeah, more progress for that. Very excited. Got some things brewing over there. More series over here. We'll be jumping into another tier list relatively soon. Testing out some more drone mods. Hopefully, we just did that the other day. So if you're interested in that, some new active mods was pretty fun. And lots more Last Stand Earth content. If you want to join the discussion, I mentioned the Discord and a couple of folks. Thanks for the early info and some testing that they did to help us get better. If you want to join that, links in the description. Love to have you over there, in addition to you smashing the subscribe button here. And then lastly, there's some other channels. If you want to go peruse, if you like our content, we'd appreciate some support in those spots as well. You can click on the links and hit some subscribe buttons a few other times. But all that being said, thanks for watching. Good luck on the event, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.